Hey, have you gotten used to your smartphone? This is Kaguya's long-awaited smartphone debut, which means it's also her debut online.
A message from the president. How should I reply?
Kaguya, you've been staring at your phone for 2 hours now. Wouldn't it be better to reply as soon as possible?
Well, there's really no need to rush, is there? It's not as if he can tell when I saw the message.
Huh?
Even if I'm late in replying, I can just say something like, "Sorry, just saw your message," and everything would be fine.
Well,
Kaguya hasn't gotten used to flick input yet. She hasn't even sent a single message. From this, Hayasaka could deduce one thing. Could it be that Kaguya isn't aware of red receipts? Red receipts! Online, once the recipient of a message opens the chat window and reads it, a red receipt is displayed on the sender's own screen. It's a useful function that lets people know if their messages are being read. But it creates an unfortunate system where "I hadn't read it" is no longer an acceptable excuse. Kaguya had sent the message about 2 hours ago. Shirogane was in a slight panic over whether or not Kaguya was ignoring him. At this point, if she were to say something like, "I've just read this now," she'd be caught red-handed in a lie. He might even realize that she's been glued to her phone this entire time. Hayasaka was torn. Should she tell Kaguya about red receipts, or should she keep quiet? If Shirogane was made aware of her master's crush, she'd free herself from a number of burdens. But considering the hassle she'd have to deal with if Kaguya found out that she kept quiet about it, Hayasaka decided it'd be best to tell her.
Kaguya, about line?
Another message from the president! Oh, President, how impatient of you.
Kaguya hasn't realized what she just did. Instant red receipts! When you have someone's chat screen open, they are notified with a red receipt the instant you receive the message. You inform them that you're currently looking at their chat window. This is all well and good if you're in the middle of a conversation, but if you're not chatting, these red receipts are just an indication that the other person is monitoring your text. This is stalker territory.
Kaguya, those first 2 messages you received, did you have the president's chat screen open when those arrived?
Yes, and?
Especially if it's 3 red receipts in a row! Hayasaka is turning pale, Shirogane is descending into madness, and Kaguya is stretching! Shirogane realized. For the past 2 hours, Kaguya has been keeping their chat screen open. Naturally, he would feel a little embarrassed. It was now clear to him that she had been looking the whole time. The only one who wasn't aware of this dire situation was Kaguya.
Perhaps I should leave him hanging a bit longer.
Kaguya, when you finally decide to respond, make sure to say you just read it, okay?
I know.
Hayasaka decided not to explain it to her.
Oh, a message from Fujiwara-san.
When I eat ramen with glasses on, my glasses get super foggy.
Why now of all times?
Hayasaka had several concerns. If Kaguya were to send a message to Fujiwara, it would come up as red. Even Kaguya would realize that they were red receipts. It'd be problematic if Kaguya sent a text now.
If I respond to her now, it'll turn into a long conversation. I'll respond later. Oh, I'm getting messages from Ishigami-kun and Iino-san as well. How should I respond?
What's that?
This is Iino.
She's completely different from how she is at school. Iino-san wants my number.
Kaguya, let's reply to your messages in order when you receive them.
Huh? Is that how you're supposed to do it?
Yes, it's proper etiquette, so let's reply to the president first.
Hayasaka lied as naturally as she breathed.
I understand. President first, right? All right, let's get this over with. I've sent it. Sorry, I just saw this message.
Even though the red receipt said she saw it earlier? Why would she tell such a transparent lie? Wait, that's right. Shinomiya must not know about red receipts. If so, it'd be better to avoid sending her red receipts. Gaming the system with notifications. The notification screen shows the first few lines of your new messages. If you look at this, it won't send a red receipt. This would prevent red receipts from appearing on Kaguya's phone. I see, and someone like Shinomiya has been staring at my chat window. for a good 2 hours. You'd only do that to someone you liked, right? Of course, this was more than enough evidence to reveal Kaguya's affection. However, this isn't guaranteed. If a phone had sleep mode turned off, you could use the excuse that you had simply left the chat window open. And even if you send consecutive red receipts, it would still be perfectly reasonable to say, I just saw this. If Shirogane can't find a way to eliminate this possibility, then Kaguya would still have plausible deniability. I need to confirm this somehow. However, if he didn't open the chat window, then he couldn't respond. But if he did open it, then it would send a red receipt. A dilemma indeed. I could send a message by email, but that might seem fishy. So it'd be better to send it from the group chat. That's right. Essentially, it would be better to avoid opening Kaguya's chat window. He could make use of the student council group chat to avoid sending red receipts. Shinomiya, did you add any weird settings to your phone? Like making sure your phone's screen doesn't turn off even when you're not using it?
Not particularly. I haven't really tinkered with it. Red? Another message from Iino-san.
It says you read this. Don't ghost me.
She knows I read it? How? A call from the president. I had better answer quickly. Wait a minute! Before that, how did she know I'd read her message?
Hey, hurry up and answer it.
Hey!
Hey, Shinomiya. What's up? Since this is the first time you're using Line, I thought I would explain some stuff to you. Do you know what a red receipt is? When you get a message in the app, there's a function that sends a red notification to the sender. Basically, you can tell when the other person has seen your message. Come to think of it, I sent 3 messages with some time in between each one. But the instant I sent them, it said they had been read. I wonder what this could mean. The notification system shouldn't say read if the chat window hadn't been opened. But all of them said they were read immediately. This whole time, you've had my chat window open. That's the only explanation I can think of. So I can take this silence as a yes? Shinomiya, do you like...
You're completely mistaken.
Huh? That voice? Hayasaka?
Yep. All of Kaguya's incoming messages are screened by a household staff member on a computer. That's why all of them are shown as instantly seen.
Stuff like that happens?
It's only natural for those in the upper class.
This is natural?
I mean, wouldn't it be ridiculous for Kaguya Sama to be staring at her phone for 2 hours straight?
That would make sense. Kaguya has been saved from the brink of disaster. But does that mean her household has seen everything I said to her up to now? From that point on, sending messages to Kaguya became a very tiresome affair for Shirogane. Today's results: Iino, Fujiwara, and Ishigami's loss.